Layout intro number 6, take 6 or 7. I've messed up in the other ones, and partly because of the fact that I don't like the sound of my voice. I've deleted all the others, and I covered up the lens at one point accidentally. My finger went across it, and the cat went across one take, and I was going to keep that, but then I had screwed up something, and anyway, start with this drawing. I'm going to start probably going to be a 2-part video. Might be one thing, depends on how quickly I can get through this. Old track plan. Okay, it came in, the CSX interchanged at Macedon. The Macedon yard went, it shows a stub ending here, but actually went under Bloomfield, and the CSX brought trains in to it, and then Finger Lakes Northern would pick up trains either with their own power or from the CSX or CP power and take them to Farmington Yard, and where they would either continue on to the unit trains, would either go on to Victor or to Naples, depending on if they were grain, or Intermodal would go to Canandaigua and then to Manchester. Everything here has been redesigned, except for Canandaigua, Naples, North Coacton, and Atlanta. Those stayed the same place. This is Livonia of Lakeville, which came up from Deck 3 from Genesee Junction. Then, with redesign, that got moved to under Victor because CSX was eliminated, and it left that wall open. So, it's over there now, which you saw in the previous video on layout intro number 5, Deck 3. This is a huge traffic part of the layout, and it's because of the redesign. This was connected, but with the redesign, I just drew it out because I don't have Atlas track planning software on this computer, and I'm not going to download it just to do this because I figured that was mainly to decide what I could fit where and what radius curves I would have. So I figured that all out, so I don't need to redesign it. I can do it as I go along and kind of use that as a basis and go from there. But the only thing that stayed the same is Canandaigua, Naples, North Coacton, and Atlanta. They're still in the same spot, and they're still the same. That's what the tracks will look like there. Pretty much. I might add more. It depends on as I build it. As you build things, I don't think anybody has ever stayed true to a track plan that they did. They kind of add things and subtract things and whatever. But now the Macedon Yard goes underneath Victor Yard, which is moved. It was, in the old plan, it was parallel to the steel mill, and the steel mill was behind it. Well, the barn roof starts sloping about 6 inches or so, maybe about 6 to 12 inches above where the deck would be, so that would interfere with the building. So with redesign, I could move it, so I moved it over here. So there's no way. The ceilings in that barn are, the roof in that spot is probably about 20 feet off the ground, up 20 feet above, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, probably not that far, but it's over 10 feet over the head, and I'll be putting like 10-foot ceilings in. I have to figure out somehow to do that, because I don't want to lose so much heat going up, because it's a large expanse, and you saw in the layout space video in the pictures, it's quite a bit of vertical space there that I can put a ceiling in and stuff. But then we have the CSX Macedon interchange yard, which goes under there, which is kind of like a staging yard. Then you have Farmington Yard, which is main classification yard, which will look probably the same as it looks there. And then there's the Manchester branch, and we have a Y here. Now they're with their turntable there. I'm not quite sure why I put the turntable there, because it's not really needed there, because there's a Y right there. I can just turn them on the Y. I'm not quite sure why I did that. But Manchester branch is industrial switching. There's probably going to be an intermodal terminal there. It's kind of redundant having one in Syracuse and two in Buffalo and then one in Manchester. But I don't have to have an intermodal terminal there. I don't know. Maybe auto racks. There's no auto racks done in Syracuse, so yeah, maybe you'll do it in there. Maybe I'll have auto racks in Manchester going to Syracuse. Unloading for Rochester and Syracuse. The steel mill over here, the salt mine and the Bloomfield branch is here, which had been up here, as you can see on the track plan there. Then we have the Canandaigua, which is where the steam, diesel, and car shops are, and then the brewery in Naples, the industries in North Crockton, and the industries and the interchange with the Bath and Hammondsport in Atlanta. So this is part 1. I'm going to do it 2 parts so it doesn't take so long to upload. Next video will be on the roster that is a work in progress. I haven't decided exactly what I want. I know what locomotive types I want. The roster I have right now, it's kind of big, and I don't really have that much money. I mean, but I'll go into that in the next video, and in the video talking about the roster for the entire layout, not counting this. This is its own separate layout. It's going to be considered the Binghamton Western Model Railroad, but it's completely separated from the others, and it's going to be powered completely different, so I can run locomotives with the same numbers on this as are running on the 3 decks below, because the numbers are supposed to be numbers 3,000. The 3,000 horsepower locomotives are supposed to be numbered 3,000 series, 2,500 horsepower locomotives in the 2,500 series, so on and so forth. So they don't interfere. I decided to have this have its own power system, which is in the future. And this is 30, 40, maybe even 50 years in the future. With the money I make, it might never be built. I don't know. It depends on what goes on. So this video, by the way, this video is filmed in 1080p. So if you can view this in 1080p, comment below. I can't. For some reason, it's only allowing me to go up to 720p on every video I have uploaded, and all the videos I've uploaded are filmed in 1080p. And I want to know if it's YouTube lowering it, or if it's just my phone won't allow me to go up beyond 720p. So comment below if you can watch this in 1080p, and I will talk to you on the next video, which will probably be Thursday. I mean, it's one of the few days that I have that I have quiet around here so that I can film. Catch you next time.